What's up guys, Nsima the Centaur Inyang here. Hopefully this music can't be heard so that you can actually watch this video in whatever country you're in. But today's gonna be a double day. So I'm gonna actually be increasing my frequency of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from 3 times a week to 4 times a week because I'm now accustomed to doing it 3 times a week on a consistent basis and it's not tiring me out too much. So I will most definitely be having a double day during the week where I'm gonna have Jiu-Jitsu and lifting, and that is actually gonna be today because I didn't actually get to go to super training and bench yesterday, but I did go to Jiu-Jitsu. So I'm gonna go to Jiu-Jitsu this morning. I'm gonna do a push workout this evening, and yeah, I really just want to progress on the mat more. And I know that, like, yeah, 3 times a week is working great right now, but if I can up that frequency to 4 times a week, I'm gonna get that blue belt a lot sooner, and I'm gonna be able to reach my goals in terms of what I want to do with Jiu-Jitsu in the future a lot sooner. So let's get some Jiu-Jitsu footage in, and then we're actually going to talk a little bit about frequency throughout this day. So yeah, I'll see you on the mat. So guys, I wanted to show you guys real quick the man that I am working under. He's the black belt, the one that is in the blue gi. His name is Cassio Werneck. He actually has a very impressive record. Wow. Werneck. Record. Okay. He was actually a 2003 world champion in terms of as a middleweight. He was one of the top middleweights at the turn of the century in terms of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's the top at what he does, which is why I'm very, very, very excited that I'm able to work out at this school. He has a lot of accolades under him. Just search him up on Google. Now, cool thing is that his nickname is the Professor. Irony, the native professor trading under the professor. But I love the way he teaches. I love how he explains things. He's very clear. He knows what he's doing. And it's a great honor to be able to work under this guy at his school. But yeah, just wanted to show you a little bit about a little bit of him. The guy he's sparring with, I forgot the guy's name, but this brown belt actually probably should be a black belt. Funny story, there was a time we were doing like a King of the Hill type of thing, where the person in the center, right, if they got, submitted, or if they were mounted or put in a compromising position, they would be sent out. And actually, he, for like 40 minutes, did not get out. So he was like the king of the hill for full 40 minutes. He's absolutely insane. So yeah, just a little bit of different footage for you guys to see some other people sparring. But here I am next. So like I mentioned before, I'm really enjoying Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm treating my Jiu-Jitsu like I do my lifting, the way I learn about nutrition, all those things. I read up about it. So I have a few books on Jiu-Jitsu right now to utilize to help me in terms of my training, because I'm not always going to be on the mat, but while I'm not on the mat, I can still read. Note for all of you guys, while you're not in the gym, if you're trying to learn about things, there are tons of resources you can use to learn about your craft if you're trying to get better at it. But it's interesting because the pass I use in this video, or this little clip, is something that I legit watched in a video yesterday. I watched and rewatched it, and then I was like, okay, you know what, let me give this a try today, and it actually worked. I was able to get into the mount position for him, and then I was able to choke him out. So, I mean, it's just funny how applicable, like how just universal learning is. You know what I mean? If you really take the time to try and get good at something, and if you really are honest with yourself and you try to learn it, you will progress. It's just taking the energy and the time and utilizing Google to search for good resources and learning how to get good at something. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking now and let you enjoy a little bit of the footage. Alright guys, so I'm at Firehouse Subs, but just something real quick, it's pretty cool. This sub is the hero, right? Hopefully you guys can hear me. But I'm pretty sure this thing has like 100 and I don't know, I used to eat it when I was on prep, but it has like 118 or some odd grams of protein. And it's just a really, really solid macro sub if you are on prep or if you're dieting. Firehouse subs is also really cool because if you go online, you could go and make a sub online and see exactly what the macros are on it, and it's always pretty close because they always use the same portions. But the Hero sub, this bad boy, is the most macro friendly. All right? Next time you see me, we're gonna be at the gym. We're gonna stop wasting time, but I'm gonna enjoy this because I need this so bad right now. Talk to you guys soon. I knew that last set wasn't the greatest idea. Oh Lord. Hopefully this is on my face. Whew. So, 295, 5x5. Lord. My elbows are still feeling kind of wrecked right now. Excuses, huh? Let's talk about frequency a little bit. And then I'll get to my accessory work. So, frequency. You know, when trying to get bigger, right? Let's first talk about trying to get bigger. A novice usually starts with, you know, like a bro split. So every body part once per week, which works great for a few months. And then they may transfer to like an upper lower rest, hitting every body part twice a week. What I've noticed is that a lot of people try and up their frequency of certain movements to, you know, 3 or 4 times per week. Now, in terms of muscle building, I think that there's an upper limit to how often you want to hit a certain body part. But when it comes to, like, you know, the hypertrophy rep range and being able to recover and do that movement again, it's less taxing than, let's just say, benching 3 times a week. All right. Now, so what I'm getting at here is that with training for muscle building, when you actually do hit a plateau where you're recovering from workout to workout, you're able to perform, you're able to still progress fairly well, but you haven't been gaining size for a few months at a time, then yeah, upping the frequency to doing biceps 3 different days during the week is not a bad idea, as long as you control the volume so that you're not stressing yourself out each workout and you're actually able to still progress your bicep movements with progressive overload. Now when it comes to strength, there's kind of a different thing. It's a different idea, because with strength, it's more often that people overuse frequency when it comes to strength training. I've worked with certain clients where there would be a point where maybe we were deadlifting twice a week, and in that 6 or 7 week cycle of training, their deadlift didn't gain any strength. But when we went back to like maybe 1 time a week of deadlifting, or 1 time 1 week, 2 times the next week, 1 time the next week, when we decreased their frequency, but tried to keep their volume relatively close to what it was before, their deadlift actually went up in terms of strength. And that actually happened with me too. There was a point last year where I was deadlifting 3 times a week. But this year, my deadlift rose, skyrocketed, when I started deadlifting once a week. And that could be also, there are different factors when it comes to frequency, like bigger individuals with bigger muscle bellies do sometimes take a longer amount of time to recover, because the amount of damage that's caused to a bigger muscle belly overall does usually take a longer time. So that's a factor too. But at the same time, when you guys are setting up a program for yourselves, and let's say you notice in your program after a training cycle, you haven't gotten any stronger, there could be a plethora of factors here. But one of the big factors is that you may actually be doing too much, and you're not recovering workout to workout, and because of that, you're not progressing the way you want to. You're not able to actually have productive workouts. So with strength, in my opinion, more is not always better. At times it's necessary, but you do need to think to yourself, am I recovering from this pull day to the next pull day to be able to hit the numbers I'm trying to hit? If I'm recovered enough to actually hit those numbers, did I gain strength this training cycle? And if I gained this strength this training cycle and I'm recovered from workout to workout, either you can keep it the same, or you could try increasing your frequency to maybe 3 times a week. And then this is the thing to think about if you're trying to reduce frequency, or if you should reduce frequency. Am I recovering from workout to workout? No. Okay. Did my strength go up this last training cycle? No. Reduce frequency and then go again. You may actually find that you'll be gaining strength during that. Not the exact same thing when it comes to hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is takes a little bit more fine tuning, but just understand that yes, usually more volume is better, and volume is usually king when it comes to strength and hypertrophy. But if you can't recover from the amount of volume you're doing, then you're doing more hurt than you are good. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Let's get back to the accessory work. Quick tip on cable shoulder flies. When you're coming out and in, don't come all the way to rest. Keep constant tension on your delt out here, up, here, right back up, right back here, right back up, right back here. Even when doing kettlebells, do that same thing. I'm gonna end this video here. Whew. Frequency. So since we were talking about frequency today, what I want to get to know from you guys, what are your thoughts on what I talked about in terms of frequency when it comes to strength versus hypertrophy? Obviously, this isn't everything. I wanted to just try and make the conversation at one point very short. That was weird. But I wanted to make it very short, trying to detail one thing. Now, there are lots of things when it comes to frequency to take into account. Obviously, I can't do that for this video. But what are your thoughts on what I mentioned about frequency? Just give me your ideas. If you read certain research that brings you to a certain conclusion, go ahead and let me know. That's about it. I just want to know your thoughts on frequency when it comes to strength training and bodybuilding. Or if you want to just answer one of them, strength or hypertrophy, answer one. This is Nsima the Centaur Inyang from Break the Bar. Like the video if you like the video, because I know you like the video, so go ahead and like the video. Be an anomaly, and I'll talk to all of you very, very soon.